So it's with mixed feelings that we come to the last part in the unit on chemistry. And I know it's probably been a whirlwind. We've just been kind of hitting the highlights of some topics in chemistry. But one last topic in chemistry I want to talk about is the concept or the reality of a mole, and then molar mass. So we talked about scientific notation in here. And if you have 10 raised to a power, and that power is positive, then you must have a number. How do I say this? You're going to move the decimal place over here to the right. So a mole is actually, you have gone out and counted something, and we're actually going to talk about a mole of atoms or a mole of molecules. But if you have a mole of anything, then you have 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd of those things. So we have to move the decimal place over 23 places. So here we go, 6.022. We're going to move the decimal place over 23 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Here we go. Putting zeros there. Okay, so that is a lot of objects. A mole is a counted number, and the mole is also called Avogadro's number. Okay, so that is a lot of things. And the reason, in part, that we have, I think, the concept of a mole is that atoms are very small. So if you have a mole of atoms, you don't have a whole lot. Okay, you don't have something that's overwhelming. So a mole is 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd of anything. And we're going to do some silly kind of looking at different, if you have a mole of something that's a macro scale object. But usually we apply them to very small things. So this kind of kills me too. You know, abbreviations, in a mole you get to drop the E. Okay, and as you probably saw in the previous video about the gentleman Avogadro who came up with the concept of a mole. So a mole is very similar then to, if you have a dozen, you have 12 things. Okay, if you have a gross of things, you have 12 dozen or 144. So if you have a mole of things, you have 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd of those things.